Hello, hello. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Donna.
We're here sharing what we've learned as women, entrepreneurs, and moms.
All while rocking our curves with confidence.
It's a behind-the-scenes look at our lives and businesses.
And a chance to tell our younger selves, go do the things that scare you. Tricks for helping you get through the week. So, yeah, we talked briefly on this, but what is something... we also didn't talk about a day you fake it. Okay, being in real estate, I'm sure there's days where you're like, ugh, I can't do this. And you got to show up and do an open house.
Yeah, there's been days.
So how do you get through the faking it there?
I think I fake it more when I'm around people. Like, honestly, like in individual settings, like I say, hockey. It sounds horrible, but if...
And we say faking it, and it's not like faking it, it's just getting through.
Yeah.
Right? Being the role. Yeah.
Be like, hey, whatever. I find sometimes it's really, really hard to go into a situation. Like, there's days I'm like, I don't really want to go to hockey, or I don't like, not that I don't want to go, but it's just like I've had a long week, and then to be at the arena all night, I always find just going and doing it changes me. And I find that, like, open house Sunday, I was actually really excited about my open house on Sunday. So I did my open house on Sunday. The more people that came through, the better I felt. I find if I have more time to think, it's worse for me. So even like hockey, some days hockey's hard. And just because I'm tired and I have to like check people in, and then you have to be like, hi parent, like all of that. But I find the more people I talk to and the more people I talk about things with, like, fill my cup. Mm-hmm. So that's
very important.
Yeah. And I find if I'm alone in my not wanting to do it,
your head,
it's easier to not do it.
Yeah.
So I find if I just go and do it, it's easier.
It's funny. I was listening to Dan Martell, which you got me onto.
Yeah, it's great.
And one of his podcasts, he talks about action.
Yeah.
I forget the rest of
Action. We're doing action.
But the idea is kind of like when you're stuck and you you can't get out of bed, or you can't do this, or you're, right, like go. Put one foot in front of the other, but move something because it's kind of like that scientific
It's like when I don't exercise every day, and you're like, just go for a walk, and then you're like, oh, now I'm going to walk 5 miles. No, not really, but I get it. I get it. So I find like if I just do it, it's better. If I'm around more people, it's better for me because I find that my cup fills fast, and then
Your
good.
Energy matching.
Yeah. I can feel that. And I like that. I love people. So for me, I like talking to people. I had a mom ask me on the weekend.
You are totally an extrovert. Would you describe yourself as an extrovert?
No.
Isn't that funny?
I'm going to tell you why. So there's this young woman that I connected with on Instagram through our podcast, Instagram, the Knucking Futz podcast. And I don't know what it was, but I liked her post, and then I started following her. I believe her name is Erin. I'm probably gonna get it wrong. How embarrassing. And then I just kind of like started talking to her. I'm like, I started going through Instagram, and I'm like, like she talks about anxiety and like body confidence, and not every day's great. And she posted something the other day. I'm going to find it. There's a new term. I don't even know if that's the correct word. Extrovert.
Oh, there's an
introvert and
in between.
Autrovert. I don't even know how to pronounce it. And it's people that exactly that. And I was like,
that's me.
That's me.
Totally.
And she's like, that's me. And then I like
people always say to me, you're an extrovert. I'm like, I am not. Like, I'm out there doing, and then I need quiet, like, energy.
Yeah, like, shut up.
Let me leave on the couch and eat zoodles, please.
Yes. Oh, zoodles. Oh, my God.
I know.
Zoodles
I love
forever
zoodles.
with toast and butter. That was like a kid thing. Maybe I have that for lunch. Maybe I have it for dinner. But no, I saw that post, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to click on it. And I went to it, and I'm like, holy shit, I am going to save that because that is me. And it was crazy. You want to know something crazy?
I don't know if they're like, are there ever like true extroverts? Are there people that...
How do you keep going all the time? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's like, to me, I just can't. I know I can't. It drains me, but there's days where I'm like so extroverted that I literally feel when I get like in my car, my body just go...
Yeah. So I have this conference that I'm heading off to tonight.
Yeah.
That's 2 days. And like I woke up with so much anxiety today, and I did not sleep super great last night because of it. And it's the anxiety that happens before a big crowd of people. And it's always there. And it just...
You're
right?
speaking, right?
No,
No?
no, I'm not speaking.
Oh, just
I can't even imagine what it'd be if I was speaking.
just
But no,
gonna
I'm
be
just
around
attending.
people.
I'm just, right? But you're going to meet and greet and, you tell your stories. So, it's all around, she's
like,
got
do you feel
legs, but
drained after that? Like, do you ever finish the day and be like, oh, like it's just drained? Like, you feel like everyone sucked your energy?
not with that. With that, because it's a learning one.
Oh,
But even like we do our annual conference and it is not that. Like it is such soul filling. You
I've
like
been to
I have a
those,
hard
yeah.
time getting to sleep because you're just like
pumped. Yeah.
because of all the energy everybody brings, right? Like
So
like
good. That's good.
so I don't know that I've ever felt drained after. It's more going into it. It's that trepidation of and that's the little introvert in me, like going, no.
And
right?
I
like
would never have thought
speeches.
that.
Did you love school speech?
Oh,
Did you have
God,
to do
no.
school speeches?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it had to be like between 2 minutes and 4
Yes.
minutes.
Oh,
and you'd write
hi.
pages and then you'd be reading it. And then you were like, okay, it's 4 minutes. And then you present it. And the teacher's like 1 minute, 50 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, really? I do know I
Micro
talk fast.
machines.
I do know I talk fast. But I was like, phew. And there came to a point when doing those speeches, I was like, I really don't give a shit. They tell me that it's not my thing. It wasn't my thing. So I'm not going to succeed at that. And I actually, at one point, I was like, I really don't care.
I'll have to say I got over my fear of public speaking
I don't like public speaking.
as a Pathfinder leader, which is in the guiding organization. So I was
know. I
a
stopped
brownie,
at that.
a guide, and then I was a Pathfinder, and then I became a Pathfinder leader.
Shut up. I didn't know that.
Anna,
I have my brownie uniform and I have my guide uniform and I stopped at Girl Guides. I have my all-around cord.
and I loved it. Like I loved the
it's so
program.
good. So
right,
good.
but it was that was where
still
I
have
was
it?
at. Yeah.
That's where I learned how to cook.
Yeah.
That's
So
where I
many
learned how to
things.
sew, like all
And
of
I'm
that.
still very good, very close with my
What?
Girl Guide leader. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, who lives here in the GTA. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love that. No, I'm not a public speaker. I'm better one-on-one. When I took the marketing section in school, if I knew the subject, I was good. I think that you really have to know the subject. I have to know the subject in order to speak with confidence and feel like I'm good. If I don't really know, like even coming into here and we were just doing our intros and outro and I hadn't read it, I was like, I get nervous because I'm not prepared. But I feel like if I was more prepared,
Practicing.
yeah.
Even going someplace, right? Like there's a lot of anxiety that I have when you're going to someplace new and you haven't been there before. How long is it going to take me?
Yeah.
Where do I go? I don't want to be walking around like a doofus
That's
trying to
me.
find things out, right? So I like to go and practice.
Even like
practice.
seeing houses, like going to see homes. Sometimes I will actually
Ooh.
go and redo, like I will go do the route.
Yeah.
Like before, when we could have people in our cars, because now you can't have people in your cars. But when you'd ask,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, can't have that anymore. I didn't even know if we were really allowed to have them back then, to be honest with you. But I think your insurance has probably changed over the years from
yeah.
when I first started. Talking about changing, doing my open house this weekend. Oh my gosh, I'm there and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ask every single person that comes in, where did they hear about the open house? Was it a sign driving by,
Yeah.
or was it online? Not one person told me it was the sign. And I'm like, why the hell did I put up those signs?
How interesting.
There was over 17 couples, families, groups of people, and every single person. And I said, I even was the joke. And I'm like, I need to ask a question. I said, signs? Did you see the open house or online? Online. I said, when I started in this business, there was no online. Everything was a sign. So to hear everything came from online, like blew my mind.
Yeah.
Like every person came through that open house.
So now you got to dig that down. Okay, was that where online did you find
only
it?
one, realtor.ca or whatever
Oh.
it is. I don't even know MLS at realtor.ca.
Like how much that changed the world?
When I left the business, realtor.ca
It was probably just starting.
Yeah, and they were taking about 48-hour turnaround time to like put up listings, and you had to have your open house in by like Monday in order for it to successfully load and show for the weekend. And that's kind of when I left, which is crazy.
And now it's like poof,
everything's
done.
online. Everybody knows everything.
Yeah.
And I was like dumbfounded. I'm like, just the last person that came through, I go, can you just tell me? I was like joking around. I'm like, can you just tell me you saw my sign? She goes, no, we saw it online. I'm like, oh, you're probably the last people to come through.
Though when they're driving around, like trying to find it probably helps direct
Way
them.
better. Yeah. Well,
Although they stick it all in the
Paul
maps.
says to me yesterday, because I had a lockbox issue. I call him. I'm like, Paul, I can't get the lockbox open. Can you come help me? So he's like, okay, I'm coming. And then he's like, gets there, and he says to me, he goes, I didn't know where I was going. He says, but I saw your big, bright pink signs, Mem Hall. And I was like, I found it. I was like, oh, that's so good to know they work. So he used them.
Yeah.
It's like, he saw them. He's like, I saw them from a mile away. It's like, perfect. But no, I was shocked how much that's changed, right? So never in my life did I like presenting. I didn't like presenting anything to anybody. So in real estate, it's easy for me because I'm one-on-one with the client. I also find that when I'm with someone, I can relate to people very well. I always try to, my real estate tip is try to find something you have in common with someone, because it's easier to have a relationship based on a commonality than just be like, I'm here to sell your home, or I want you to use me as a realtor, right? I always try to make the process fun. And
You do?
Thank you. And I try to just like, I don't want real estate to be complicated or hard for people, right? Like, I don't think it should be. Yes, it is an investment. It's a lot of money, whether you're spending
it's a big
100,000
legal
or
thing,
or
right?
10 million. It's huge. It's very stressful on that end of it, like being on the buying and selling end myself. I understand how stressful that is. But so I always tell people that it shouldn't be stressful. It shouldn't be hard. It should be easy. It should just come together. And if it doesn't come together, it's not meant to be. And like,
you told me that sitting in Deer Park, if it's too complicated, it's not meant to be.
Like,
and
you
that has
shouldn't have to
lived
force
with
it.
me for so long. So many times I've come back to that.
I still say that because
And
it's true.
a little bit of black. You should always have a little bit of black in your room because it makes it a classy.
I asked the stager that last time. I said, I have a question for you. Did I just make this up, or is it true? She goes, no, it's true. She goes, you need to have something black in every room and it'll anchor the room. And I was like, my outfit doesn't count. And then she's like, no. I was like, because I will always be in black, right? So yeah, no, it's one-on-one for me is easy. Presentations have never been easy.
And I think, like, okay, so when she's got legs, I'm not a salesperson.
No.
I'm an accountant.
Yeah, but you seem like
that is my training. And that has been a learned thing. Yeah. Like, I am, I have always loved Donna. To have parties.
Yes.
That I'm a very, like, fun.
Yes.
Like, I loved planning trips or big get-togethers. Like, that was always my forte. The group stuff, but with people I know. So going to people you don't know, I will say probably networking groups help me a lot with that.
Networking's hard.
It's
not easy to network.
It's not. And the nice thing about finding a networking group that fits with you is you can have one-on-ones, right? And practice your skills and grow your skills. And
even that initial, like, hi, I'm nice to meet you. I'm always like, oh.
Yeah. It's difficult, right? Like it's and so again, true passion, right? You have to really love what you're doing. And so you go from being an accountant to being a spokesperson. I often say to it that I am the person at the front of the parade with the flag going up and down. I'm like, hey, this is, come on. So she's got legs. I love it. Like, I love She's Got Legs and what they do and the clothes, right? Like, the people that make us who we are is my passion.
So making that, I think like we talk about, that's what makes it easy, right? To talk about something is having that passion, that love. It makes it so much easier to present or to talk about something.
And we keep it real, right? Like if people know that it's not perfect. No. This is not, Cindy Crawford showing up to do her Jordache jeans.
Hold on. No,
right?
But it's hard. It's hard. Coming into it. When I started in the business, it was great in real estate. My network came very easily, and I think it's because I was so young. And at that time, homes were much more affordable, and there was much more turnover. Like buying, selling was easier. Now it's not so much the same way. Also, our communities have changed, so it's not the same people that I grew up with, right? It's very different. I love it. I love meeting people. I love culture. I love learning about it, and I love that connection when I can relate to that culture, because there's a lot of people I know in my life that have come into my life that have really inspired me or taught me lots of things. Not afraid to ask questions either. Like I ask a lot of questions of people, like
I'm like, teach me.
Teach me. And I think one of my first jobs was at KFC, and there was a young gentleman that worked there. His name was Sonny, and I'll never forget him. And he's like, I'm going to a wedding this week. And I'm like, oh, nice. I go, so Saturday? And he's like, no, we start our weddings on Monday. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's like 7 days for our wedding. And then I was like, okay, now tell me about it.
Yeah.
Like,
right?
tell me about
how
it.
Fascinating.
Like, and I was like, really? And to be like that, like not, I felt, you feel kind of like stupid when you don't know. But then I look at my kids and they know all that. Like they learn that, their friends have taught them that, they've experienced that.
That's the best part about living around here is you live in a multicultural world. And
so great. The amount of food that I eat that I never thought I would ever eat in my life, as you can tell, but so good. Like one of my favorite things, I think it's called a kunafa. Have you ever had kunafa?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And Paul's business partner is from Jordan, and Paul actually made this and he gave it to his dad, and then he was like, this is probably the best kunafa I've ever eaten. So it's like this cheese, a special cheese. We shop at this grocery store called Adonis in Mississauga.
Oh, yeah?
It's a great grocery store. And then there's kind of like baklava bits, but they're shredded. Like that Dubai chocolate. So there's like, have you ever heard of Dubai chocolate? Oh, I'll get you one. There's like these little bits of shredded like phyllo dough. And they put it over the cheese and they bake it in this big dish in butter. And then they put this syrup on it. And I was just like...
Is this a dessert?
Yeah, it is a dessert with cheese. It's so good.
Because I love baklava and I love cheese.
Well, then,
hello.
There's a place, and when I haven't bought it in forever, but there's a place in Oakville. I think a couple make it out of their house. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm gonna try to order it. I haven't seen it in a while, but it's such a.
Well,
great
we do
dessert.
Our lips.
Yeah. Do our lips and eat kunafa. But it's so great to have those experiences. But not. Like going back to not knowing subjects, I think that's what makes me feel not perfect or inadequate or scared to talk. You'd never catch me speaking in public like that, right? Like this is easy.
This
right?
is easy.
This is easy. Talking about real estate's easy. Talking about jewelry's easy. Talking about the hockey team's easy. But other subjects, I feel like, I don't want to talk about it because I'm not perfect in that. I'm not perfect in what I do, but it makes it much easier
You're
to talk
comfortable.
about, and communicate. Thank you for joining us today at the Nucking Futz podcast.
If you like this podcast, please share by liking and subscribing. Feel free to leave any comments and reach us at hello@thenuckingfutz.com.
Just a reminder, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. If you are struggling, know that you are not alone. Please reach out for professional help.
You can join our newsletter at thenuckingfutz.com to follow our journey. Looking for Donna at work? You can find her great leggings and leisure wear as well at She's Got Legs.
Looking for me, Melissa Hall? You can reach me at Brag About It Jewelry or I am Melissa Hall for real estate.